Caroline, you use the male frequency in a very particular way. Would you be happy to share that?
Yeah, of course, the male frequency.
Yes.
Yeah.
For women, this is for women using the male frequency, because that's a question that comes up. Can women use the male frequency? Can males use the female frequency? So please.
Yes. Okay. So this was a few years ago when I was recently separated from my husband, and I was in deep grief and couldn't stop crying and was missing him, missing that male presence in my life. And after speaking with Meher, it was suggested for me to sort of carry the male frequency. And it was really dramatic. That sort of first day, straight away, I was just calmer. The crying was less, and I carried it for about a day or so, and then just things stabilized, and I didn't then need to carry it anymore. But it was very significant, that shift. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, and many years ago, I had this young Hasidic Jewish client, and he had lost his mother, and he had a stepmother who he didn't like. So at that time, we used to do the imaging, and when we imaged him with the female frequency, put the frequency in front of his feet and did the imaging, he became very incoherent. And so we gave him the female frequency to wear, which is not something that we would normally do for a male. And yet his relationship with his stepmother and his improved dramatically in the space of just a couple of weeks. So sometimes you wear the opposite frequency, but in general, the males wear the male and the females wear the female. I think, Lotta, you had, I think, one of your clients who wore the male frequency when she had difficulty with some workers, didn't she?
Yes, I have two examples. One was an old man who lost his wife and had difficulties to sleep. And he had that difficulties for many months. And his daughter contacted me and asked me if I could do anything. And what he did was he came seeing me, and we did a clearing and some other stuff. And then when he was just about to leave, he saw that I was wearing a female frequency. And I don't know why, but I gave it to him, and I said to him that you can borrow it and put it under your pillow. And he said, "What's this?" And I said, "Don't ask that much, just do it." So he went home and put it under his pillow. And he called me the next day, and he had slept all night. So he wanted his own. He had been missing his wife and had difficulties to sleep because of that. But it was like he was having his wife next to him in bed, he said, when he put the female frequency under the pillow. So that was very, very interesting, because I was taught not to put a female on a male and vice versa in the beginning. And it worked. And then I had the father and the son, if you remember them, when you were visiting me, Thrity.
Mm-hmm.
They both missed, were divorced. So the son missed his mother, and the father missed the wife because she'd moved out. And he bought a female frequency to put in the kitchen lamp. So he hanged the female frequency in the kitchen. And he said that it felt much more convenient and cozy. And when people came visiting them, they thought that they had changed a lot, having flowers on the table and a basket with fruits, which was according to them, more female way of taking care of your home and so on. They shifted the curtains, and they felt good. So they had that female frequency hanging in the kitchen lamp and doing its work. And I also had a client who is a very small girl. You remember Mrs. Fireson, I guess. And they were doing a lot of garden work with having help from men who were building something, doing a construction. And she told them, I want you to do it this way or that way. And they always did the opposite. And then she was so furious. So she took her husband's male frequency. She went out into the garden and she pointed with her whole hand. And she said, do it like this and do it like that. And then she went away. And when she came back, they did what she told them. So she actually said that she needed the male frequency to get in contact with these very male workers. So it worked for her.
Wonderful.